So let's see today's Til Gul Ladoo recipe. Now here I'm going to dry roast 500 grams of white polished til or sesame seeds. We're going to dry roast them on a low to medium heat, stirring continuously until the white color turns to a light golden brown color. So this took me exactly about 5 minutes, stirring continuously on a low to medium heat. Now once it's roasted, it will look like this, a little darker in color, and you transfer this to a large plate. Now in the same pan, I'm going to add 250 grams of desiccated coconut, and again I'm going to dry roast this till it turns a light golden brown in color. So this took me about just 1 minute because coconut gets roasted really fast. So again transfer this also and add it to the til. Now in the same pan, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of khuskhus or poppy seeds. Again, roast this very, not even for a minute, half a minute or so, and transfer that also to the mixture. So now we finish with our roasting. Now to this, I'm first going to mix these 3 ingredients well together, and to that I'm going to add 250 grams of roasted peanut powder. I'll leave the instructions of how to make this roasted peanut powder. It's also called annesequeira. Now in a heavy bottomed pan, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of ghee or clarified butter. Once the ghee is nice and hot, I'm going to add 500 grams of Chikki gur. So you get this in all grocery stores. Just tell them you want this to make the Til Gul Ladoo. So you get this special kind of gur. It's called Chikki gur, and it's a little orange in color. It's not like the regular white color that we use. And it is available 12 months of the year. Now we're going to melt this ghee, gur in the ghee really well. Once it is completely melted, just take it off the gas or take it off the heat. And now we're going to add this mixture of desiccated coconut, peanut powder, the khuskhus and the sesame seeds to this gur. And then we're going to mix this really well. Now to this, I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of elaichi powder or cardamom powder. I just took 5 elaichis and made a powder of the cardamoms, and I'm going to add that too. And now using a wooden spoon with a very long handle, just mix everything really well. And remember, the mixture is really hot, so please take care and ensure that all of the melted gur coats this dry coconut peel, roasted peanuts really well. Now you have to be a little bit fast so that the gur doesn't really solidify immediately. So be a little quick. You can take the help of your family members also, and just stir it really well. Now once you have mixed all this really well, just transfer it to a large steel plate. That will be easier for you to roll the ladus. And you have to work while the mixture is hot. So just apply some ghee or melted butter to your the palm of your hands, and then just roll out these ladus. And the smaller, they should not be too large, they shouldn't be too small. It should just be the right size. So this is the right size. Just take a little bit. And one tip I like to share here is don't use the top of the heap of the mixture. Try to take it from the sides. The top of the mixture is really piping hot, whereas the sides are cooler. And that's it, friends. I got about, I think, 100. I really didn't count because me and my family members kept enjoying just popping one of them in our mouth all the time. So I think approximately 100 or 150. So do try out this recipe. So let's see today's lovely recipe of til chikki. Now before I start, I'm going to just brush the top of or the bottom of 2 large thalis or large plates. Then in a pan, I'm going to roast 500 grams or half a kg of til, which is the polished til. Now we're going to roast this for at least 5 minutes, and you'll note that the sesame seeds or the til is ready because it starts popping or spluttering in the pan. and also it changes a color to a little bit of a light golden brown color. So set that aside, and in a heavy bottom pan I'm going to add 4 teaspoons of clarified butter or ghee, and to that I'm going to add 500 grams of this Chikki Gul, which is specially used to make Til Gul Ladoos or any recipe with Til in it. So you get this. It's available 12 months of the year. Just tell the general store person that you want to make Til Gul Ladoos or Til Chikki, and they'll give you this gul. Now we're going to check if this jaggery or gul is ready. We're just going to put about half a teaspoon in a bowl of water, and if you're able to form a ball like this, that means our gul or our jaggery is ready. So you can switch off the heat and just lower the vessel onto your platform, and to that we're going to add our roasted til, and we're going to mix this really well. Now I'm going to divide it into half and just put it at the on this greased plate or greased thali, and then I'm going to apply a little bit of ghee onto my rolling pin or latner and just roll it out and shape it up like this. So we have to work with it while it's still warm or while it's still hot. And then I'm going to take a sharp knife like this and just cut squares. It's very easy to work with it when it's in this, when it's very hot or warm like this. And then we're just going to let this cool for about an hour. And then, when you cool it for an hour and when you've greased the plates really well, these come off very easily. And our chikki is all ready. I just cut it up with a sharp knife, and it's it just sticks a little bit to the plate. So you have to just just loosen it up from the plate, but ensure that you've greased the plate very well. And that's it, friends. Your til chikki is all ready. So do try out this recipe. It's really delicious.
And welcome to Akshata's Recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's Sankranth special, I will be sharing a recipe called Til Gul Poli, and it's really very delicious and very simple to make too. So without much further ado, let's just get started with this amazing Til Gul Poli.
So for making the dough, in a large plate, we're going to take about half a cup of whole wheat flour and half a cup of all-purpose flour. To this, we're going to add a pinch of salt. Next, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of melted ghee or clarified butter, and we're just going to mix everything well together. We're going to add a little water at a time, say about 2 to 3 tablespoons, and just knead this to a soft yet a firm dough. Something similar to what you would need for a paratha. The same consistency. The dough has to be soft yet firm and flexible. Now once your dough is formed, just add about a teaspoon of clarified butter or ghee and again knead it well. And then we're going to just set the dough aside for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to make the stuffing for this Til Gul Poli, which consists of just about 4 ingredients. So now our dough is nice and firm yet soft, and now we're going to make the stuffing. So in a pan, I'm going to be roasting about quarter teacup of teal or sesame seeds till they're nice and golden brown. Now I'm just making 4 of these Til Gul Polis. So depending upon the number of poris that you want to make, you can just either double the quantity or triple it. Now once your til is nice and golden brown, we're just going to grind it to a coarse powder rather. You can do this in a mortar and pestle, or you can also do it in your mixer pot. So we want a nice coarse paste. We don't want a very fine powder. Now the other ingredients are another quarter cup of roasted peanut powder, 3/4 cup of grated gur, and 1 teaspoon of elaichi powder. We're just going to put all of these ingredients into our blender or mixer, and we're going to grind everything together because we want everything to mix well together. Now the gur or the jaggery is grated, and then you get something that resembles breadcrumbs. So that's the consistency we're looking for, and everything is nicely mixed well together. Then we're just going to mix everything together and add a few drops of ghee till it combines together to form a kind of a soft dough. So now our stuffing is ready and our dough is ready, and now we're just going to make these puris. So divide the dough into 4 equal halves. And then we're just going to flatten it from the sides only. We're going to keep the center a little thicker. And then we're going to divide the filling equally into 4 parts. Make them into flat balls. So this is our stuffing, like you would add stuffing to an aloo paratha or any paratha that you make. Just take off the extra that comes on the tip when you form this kind of a shape. And then what we're going to do it very gently, we're going to press the filling inside so that it evenly spreads throughout the dough, so that when we are rolling it on our rolling board, we get the filling evenly all over. So now we're just going to dust the surface with some flour and we're going to roll it out, and you can actually see the filling through the the dough or the flour. And now we're just going to roast it on a pan like we would with a regular paratha. And once one side is roasted, we're just going to add some clarified butter, turn it or flip it, and again add a little bit of clarified butter on the top. Fry it well till it becomes a nice golden brown color, like this. And your Til Gul Poli is ready. So you can serve this with a little bit of melted ghee on top, and it tastes simply yummy.